Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back. Another episode of our Bears franchise, and Judge again the player of the week. His second this year. Elam gets the other player of the week here. No star dev upgrade or superstar dev upgrade. We got to worry about Jalen Ramsey. Let's completely neutralize him. Find Ramsey, throw the ball in the opposite direction. Ramsey should play on the right side of the field. No interceptions, pass for 400 plus yards, and beat the Rams. I think we can do it. We're going to be a more balanced offense this one. I'm really liking some of the receivers we're seeing at this point, even late in the draft. Don't really need a tight end. I could use maybe a left tackle that we can use, and then we'd move in a guard, but as of right now, I'm not high on anything. We're going to have to use our depth if he does leave, or if he does retire. But I think he's only 28, 29, maybe 30 tops. I don't think he's 30 yet. They're going to be all in there, all whites. We're going to be in our black on white. Let's change this up a little bit. Go with this, but let's go with our orange. With our orange pants. We look stylish out here. Clayton Judge, Jalen Ramsey, Roquan Smith, Aaron Donald, Fletcher Cox, Khalil Mack, Allen Robinson, Cole Bennett, Johnny Hecker, John Johnson, Samson, Ibrahim, Cole Kmet, Denzel Mims, Gary Young. It's secure tackler, higher success rate on conservative tackles. It's not very helpful there as a pass rusher, but hey, it happens. Prime time in Chicago.
Soldier Field in Chicago. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Rams taking
All right, Goff.
the man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team not running well. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
56, right there.
Now a first down throw, gone. And complete on the right side to Bennett.
There's Flowers.
Following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
56 is the mic. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Oh, Young. Let's go, baby. Get in on that tackle.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick up the first.
And Young gets stalled out there.
The first down at about the 38.
If he plays like this now,
Defense had a chance to get
you gotta be kidding me.
the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into
This can be dirty.
sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how great their run is. But offense and defense, in this case, capitalized. And the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This is dirty.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be brought down just
This defense is super fast too.
7 yards there and a first
That was Flowers crashing down on that play.
numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 91 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's gone. From the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, gone.
Pushed into his own. I think he tripped over his own man, but that's going to give sack to Bowers.
A shotgun snap for gone.
And Mason getting in there.
Too high, out of bounds and incomplete. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Kent's now going to check in opposite Mac.
He'll get this to Eckler.
That's forced out of bounds there by Fuller.
Inside the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to retain the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
I don't know, trying to establish yourself like that, and you're up against a high-powered offense. You need points.
They'll be let out by the man running the show, Jones, their quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, I've been reading the paper this morning, and he said, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7, but still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7,
Oh, that's right. They got Fletcher Cox. That's 2 X factors.
2nd and 5. Let one fly for Robinson. And
Little overthrown.
it'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Check back. Watch tight end. Tight end.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Ramsey is in the slot now.
Now he does this off over the middle. And he gets it inside the 30.
That was Aaron Donald coming in on us.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
He's playing in the slot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. He was inching up towards 200 yards receiving, couple of touchdowns, and I think you said it best at the end of the game. It was a pleasure to watch his performance, wasn't it?
absolutely, because you and I both know none of those numbers came by accident. They were a result of him being in perfect sync with his quarterback, and boy, it was beautiful to watch.
57. You ain't got nothing. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Go. Let's get in there.
Looking to find a lane.
It's going to be a little bit easier than normal, I think.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about.
Actually, this is going to be difficult.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get it complete to his tight end Kenneth. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run. Montgomery.
And there it is. David Montgomery into the end zone, baby.
David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown
I don't know why they didn't have Fletcher Cox out there, but all right.
When you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3.
56 the mic, boy, 56.
Get 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something.
Oh, wow.
They'll take it. Just
What blocks downfield? Shoestring tackle by Goodson.
Way down into Chicago.
That is Austin Eckler. He did work for us in Madden 20
Give him 55 yards on the ground.
with our Bills franchise.
Go, baby, return up.
That's complete to his tight end hit.
Yeah, you can jump that, but Fuller's right there, baby.
Tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Gone. Open man is Mooney, the tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions.
Oh, it's Doug Peterson here, and
He runs, he runs. 56, check, 56.
And he's gonna be dropped.
there goes Mason with a sack.
Yard line. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the
56.
first quarter.
Mike,
a lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get
Pressure's there. Mason's there again.
to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Goff now looks to throw. Mooney, the tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game.
But it's slight bend but don't break offense. Works well in the red zone.
And down at the 28. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown.
Oh, he dropped the football.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's an interception.
It off the hands of Darnell Mooney. He just could not handle it. And that is a pick 6. I feel like I'm Jay Cutler out here throwing pick 6s a game.
That drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case.
The funny part is he's wearing Cutler's number too.
Go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill,
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
Tip.
was the interception team. Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard though was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a too many syllables. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
And you missed Mims again. Judge self-destructing in this game already. No rhyme or reason, just missing passes there.
Mike's 50. Mike's 56. And let's get this.
Oh, and almost picked back by Roquan. Drops it.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
And there is Elam. Elam says no, baby.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check 56.
There's gone. He throws it to Eckler underneath. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try to cover your back out in the backfield, out into open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they're still able to come away with points due to his leg.
Let's go.
Mooney has been silent at this point.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Second and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1.
Shaquille Barrett up the middle. Let's go, baby.
Before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third downs and third down, they find a way to pick them up with a very good field.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
You got tight right there.
Open man.
Not picking up Cole Kmet. I give it there all day long.
Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply
There's
gone
Elam.
to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you, Tony. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain
He was out of bounds.
trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Listen,
There he goes, left side. So they
He stepped out.
but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
So I think this isn't actually a rule per se. No longer in the NFL. You used to not be able to do that, but now, if you reestablish yourself, you're considered an eligible receiver. Again.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think that rule has changed recently.
From the gun on third down, gone. Able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 47.
well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off. What do the guys in the locker room call it?
They said it with a chuckle. They call
There's
it
Elam.
reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Goff throwing complete to Cup, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That was a first down pickup of 8.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 56, the mic, boy. Check.
They'll
56.
fake the
Here we
handoff.
go,
Now
G.
Goff.
Here I come. Here I come.
And this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Here's Goff.
We want it. Come to my world.
And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings
Lucky it wasn't picked.
56.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get forward for about 5 and then maybe coming back. What say you?
Block in the back.
Come on, guys.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Typically, I wouldn't accept that, but
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Again, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Throwing again is Goff. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. It's a 39-yard attempt at right hash. Gay's kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Lose the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll cross over
Good one.
out of bounds right at the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So that's about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Get him, get him, get him.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
Target.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about that.
Mooney, the target there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a bit more contact than I thought was going to happen.
57. Check.
Flushed out right. And he is
I'm going to take it in with Judge.
touchdown, Chicago. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm to get his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Please not again. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Throwing again on second down. Goff.
Big hit there.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's get it.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll go down.
There's Mac.
There for the sack.
Mac attack comes back. Let's go, baby.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Take it in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bears take over. Out comes this field general once more.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They look to throw now on 1st down.
Go to I.
He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball.
Oh, this isn't what I wanted. I wanted this play.
So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big.
That was a stupid decision.
But 2 incompletion sets. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
70 Lions. 57's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Allen Robinson bullying Jalen Ramsey out there, baby. X Factor against X Factor.
In the final seconds of the first
And mine is better. Get out of here.
will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they get to the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, it changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down.
58 right over there.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Getting caught up what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. 28-21, the final score.
Mayfield not doing great in Denver.
Another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburg Steelers.
Rosen.
The goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. And one more to highlight. A good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentator, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Mike 57. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On the field is Montgomery, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second.
They're gonna put pressure on me.
I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll run on first down. Barrett, solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady
Watch
game.
tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
There's the first carry to Tarik Cohen. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 33. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action fake.
They bid on it.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
They gave up excellent real estate.
Look at that. Little back shoulder throw, baby. Little back shoulder throw.
Second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3. And we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
If we had Jones in the middle right now, we'd be clogging up this run game. Very well with Jones in the middle.
Try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Austin Eckler getting outside like that just doesn't happen.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there for LA. 45 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're that big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself, how much of that is him with a great performance, and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year.
Just running against me. So much.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here.
A little bobbing and weaving there.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll start things on first with Tarik Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
57's the mic.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw it away.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Nope. Wild.
Holds him to just a 2
Wilds is there, baby.
a punt of 44. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler. And they're able to get
Come on, Eddie Jackson.
35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Right, 58, right there.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go. Pressure all over him, and Mac gets his 2nd of the day.
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. An option play on 2nd down. That'll be
Nice little option.
as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Watch the slant. 56 the mic, boy. 56.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
He worked back.
And they're gonna
He didn't get to the sticks.
maybe buy a
He didn't take. He didn't go all the way to the sticks, really.
Offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you got to call your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him when the turn ball really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to
Bears have the first. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
First down.
First down yardage before being taken down.
Taking a little tackle, a little shimmy there. Get that?
Pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be
Come on, McMillan.
physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka tracks him
Trying to throw it away.
in the backfield for a loss of 16.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. Running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now the dump off here complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game.
Look at him, man.
For them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, gone.
Oh, it's knocked out by Eddie Jackson. Good time to hit there, baby.
2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Off play action. Here's gone. Bananas hit.
Oh, wow. Little stiff arm push
He'll be taken down
by Higbee.
before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Hey, watch the lane.
From the gun. Here's gone.
And that should have been picked.
Off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. I got these thirds.
Off throwing again.
What a
Targets coming this
what a
time.
move, man.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again. Gone. Caught left side. Bennett. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
You remember me? You remember me?
Wilkins checks on the left, Kent on the right.
Gone.
And that's knocked out of the hands of the intended receiver. Let's go.
He tried to pull that one in.
Mack and Young check back in.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone.
And there's Young.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
His 5th of the season. Let's go, baby.
That's right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
The game knocks this one through. And that'll bring
Yeah, 4-point game.
this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. It's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Off his back feet, Jalen Ramsey is there to take it out of his hands.
Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one never fully overlooked. They'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The carry is not good. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket.
Little touch pass to Allen Robinson there.
Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. I'm coming after you. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll look to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
These guys are running offense with you drive. The pedal is down. Stop. Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Whoops, it's not at all where I wanted that football.
Anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. The best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and he just can't hold on to the football.
They certainly did a nice job improvising.
Judge was about to get smashed there, though.
Someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
57 to Mike.
Throw on 3rd and
Give me that zone.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
100th career touchdown reception for Allen Robinson.
Now to add the extra point.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So now a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Not all about joy, because that's what you get when you ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field.
What a play there by Kyle Fuller. He's working in the slot. I think that was against Higbee.
We'll see. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp. That'll bring up 2nd down.
3 down. 3 down. 3 down.
Back to throw, gone.
Check the out. Check the out.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down.
Right there, right there.
Again, Goff. And he's got Bennett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the
I changed him to be more to the outside, but
4 yards there.
I guess that still doesn't help things.
Field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Oh, it's tipped away by Elam. You just cannot make the.
Brings up second down. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Throwing again is Goff. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now Goff on third and goal. And this is caught for a
What a one-handed grab.
hang on now. Things just got a little
That's by Bennett.
interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively
What?
open for a 1-4
A move on Jalen Johnson right there by Poe.
time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you
Whoops.
have
I didn't mean to do that.
they actually build up momentum and even more hope when they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
All right, hands team. It's all on you.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. That should
That's
just
Bennett.
put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
and I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here.
And that's it. That's game, baby.
The team's expecting an onside kick 80% of the time. The team expecting it.
You can't stop the clock. Come on.
Which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
All you're messing with is Judge's rushing average.
Special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
And you extend the game just in the video. Because now I gotta wait for it to tick all the way down.
In this season, they remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.
Oh, the invisible man.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first.
Let's go,
month and a
baby.
half. And they will hit the road
Had a
next
couple close calls, but
Minnesota Vikings.
hey, Judge has got us through. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Under the 500 mark at 3-4.
Eckler had 169 with a touchdown. Montgomery had a touchdown. So Judge,
Think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right
Mooney a
time.
$120, Robinson a $106, 2 touchdowns.
Charles Davis and
Cole
our
Bennett had a
return
touchdown.
to
Cole
the
Kmet had 2.
Gunn saying so long, everybody.
James Steele had 11 tackles. So Dudley Willis, Roquan with 10 sacks by Mack had 2, Sampson 1, Elliott, and Gary Young. Interceptions by Isaiah Oliver, which was a pick 6, and Dudley Willis. I think that might have been a pick 6 as well. No, we only had 1 pick 6. Andy McMillan gets one. He's an X factor. I'm gonna laugh. Trades. Okay, cool. It's the Vikings week 8. End of the trade deadline. Here we go. It's going to be Jordan Love. We had 2 of our losses last season were against Jordan Love in this Vikings team. So it's a very good team. Adam Wagner, Connor Bodine, Dalvin Cook, Javier Hobbs, DeAndre Jones, Nick Langford, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, D.D. Westbrook, Connor Barksdale, Irv Smith, Nick Little, Greg McGraw, Hyron Smith, Ezra Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, Tyler Bennett, backed up by Pat Elflein, and Brian O'Neill. Pretty good offensive line. Daniil Hunter's here. They have Junior Reed, who they brought in, I think, from Seattle. Cameron Northcutt, third-year guy out of Oklahoma State. He's played well for them. Tim Gibbons, Jarek Ferguson, Michael Pierce, who's injured, so we'll see Taven Bryan and Jamarian Leonard a little bit. Anthony Barr on the outside, still 33 years old, anchoring this defense. Matt Calhoun in the wings, just waiting. Eric Kendricks at 33. Nicholas Gunther back here, just waiting. Second year in the league out of North Carolina. They brought in Shaq Thompson. Wow. Shaq Thompson. 2 years ago. And then Nathan Gary. I mean, that's what? 3 X factors in the linebacking core alone. All 3 linebackers are. Then you got Mike Hughes, which is an X factor now. Taven Young. LaRon Davis in his 5th year out of Penn State. Adrian Franklin. Corey Bennett. Cameron Johnston is hurt, so we'll see a little bit of Kevin McCoon, who's a rookie out of Alabama. Walter Cheeks. Guy is absolute stud. And Adonis Smith. Tim Ward. Dustin Grant. Their picks are 1 through 7 this year and next, so they have all their picks on their practice squad grade. Nothing spectacular that I'm seeing. Maybe a little bit of Conrad Lange, but he's a 59 overall. So maybe Gabe Newkirk, rookie out of Drake. Could be good, but yeah, I'm liking what we have here. For the most part, as for trades, I don't think we need to trade for anyone. I'm not feeling like we need to make a move at this point. I feel like our receiving core is pretty good. Tight end core is great. Daniel's only 27, so he's only going up at this point. Rest of our line is great. Maybe we make a move at end at this point, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty confident with Stevie Richards right now. Kenneth Jones is injured, so Bowers is kind of playing that middle. I don't feel like we are at any position having any issues. Trey Flowers is playing great at the safety position. Let's see what is on the trade block at this point for upgrades. No. No, our backups are better. Ray Phillips? We got another Dame. Aaron Howard. 286. Could play, but not big on that, nor am I big on some of these guys here. Will McKinley. Left end, Zach Allen, who's a reserve. Manuel Denard. That's intriguing. I'm obviously not going to make this. Nope. Don't screw this up. Weird. I'm going to have to look at it like this then. Yeah, this is still difficult to look at. Let's see. Is he anything that I would want? He makes an easier guy to upgrade into. I'm not big on what we have here. Montez Sweat is the one that's here. He's showing here. They got Lyle Bates in the waiting. So this wouldn't be completely out of realm. Is he better than anything we have? What's in the top 30? I mean, Stevie Richards, I think, is better in strength. I mean, the guys we have on the roster are probably better at this point. I would say. Alright, so we're not going to make a move right now. We're just going to kind of roll with this. Judge is just lighting up, having a career year at this point. Not because we changed the sliders either. We are just throwing the ball pretty well, and it happens to be working pretty well. Alright guys, so leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. Week 8 is next against the Vikings. I will see you next time. Later.